Good morning, students. Today we are going to continue lesson 9 of your plus 2 ISC history book. The name of the chapter is Cold War, and today in this module I will discuss the causes of the Cold War. Before we go ahead with our topic, let us understand the objectives of this topic. The first objective is to discuss the origin of the Cold War, how this phenomena has started. The second is to discuss what were the reasons or the causes of the Cold War. The third is to discuss the course of the Cold War or what has actually happened during the Cold War. And lastly, to discuss how Cold War finally ended. We had already discussed about the origin of the Cold War in the previous module. In this module, I am going to discuss with the causes of the Cold War, what were the reasons which led to the phenomena of Cold War in the world history. Let us first discuss the new terms of this topic. The first term is Cold War. The strained relation which developed between the USA and the USSR after the Second World War has been described as Cold War in modern European history. In short, Cold War was a period of tense relation of USA and USSR and their allied countries which dominated the world history from 1945 to 1991. It did not involve any armed conflict, but this conflict was carried out by diplomatic means. The next word is communism. Communism is a system of government where all property is public and government owns and controls the manufacturing and transportation industries. A system which believed that everything should be under the control of government and there should be no private property is called as communism. The next word is capitalism. Capitalism is an economic system in which private individuals or businesses own capital goods. So a system where everything is produced with motive of earning profit and private property is considered as a great motivation to increase the efficiency of any person is considered as capitalism. The next word is Truman Doctrine. With the Truman Doctrine, President Harry S. Truman established that the United States would provide political, military, and economic assistance to all democratic nations under threat from external or internal authoritarian forces. Truman Doctrine was an instrument of USA by which it wanted to attract the newly independent countries of Asia, Africa, and Europe to get involved with the American bloc and stay away from the Russian bloc. The next term is satellite states. A satellite state is a country that is formally independent in the world but under heavy political, economic, and military influence or control from another country. So satellite states are independent countries but actually their economic, political, and social system are controlled by some another countries. On your screen you can see Poland, Romania, Bulgaria, Yugoslavia, Albania, Czechoslovakia, and eastern part of Germany were the satellite states of Russia. Marshall Plan. On 3rd April 1948, President Truman signed the European Economic Recovery Act or Marshall Plan. It came to be known as Marshall Plan, named for the Secretary of State, George Marshall, who in 1947 proposed that the United States would provide economic assistance to improve the economic condition of post-war Europe. In fact, Marshall Plan was extension of Truman Doctrine. By this, America provided military and economic help to those countries who were afraid of growing popularity of communism if they joined the American bloc. The next term is the Molotov Plan. The Molotov Plan was a system created by the Soviet Union in 1947 in order to provide aid to rebuild countries in the Eastern Europe that were politically and economically aligned to the Soviet Union. It was originally called the Brother Plan in the Soviet Union. It was also called as the Economic Recovery Program or the ERP. So the Molotov Plan was the reaction to the Truman Doctrine and Marshall Plan. As America was giving financial and military help to its aligned countries, similarly, USSR also came up with the Molotov Plan that if any country would join the Russian bloc, it would be provided with military and economic help. The next word is COMCON. The Council for Mutual Economic Assistance, or CMEA, also known by the acronym COMCON in Russian, was an organization of economic mutual aid between different communist countries. Students, here communist country means the countries in which the means of production such as mines and factories were owned and controlled by the public or the government. COMCON was established in January 1949 to facilitate and coordinate the economic development of Eastern European countries belonging to the Soviet bloc. The next word is Cominform. The Information Bureau of the Communist and Workers' Party, commonly known as Cominform, was the official central organization of the international communist movement from 1947 to 1956. The main intention of the Cominform was to coordinate actions of communist parties under Soviet direction. Every communist party in Europe joined it and thus allowed Stalin, who was the president of USSR, to control communists in Europe. In short, Cominform was an instrument of Soviet Union by which it strengthened its influence in the Eastern European countries. Before discussing the causes of the Cold War, we need to understand what was Cold War exactly. Cold War was not a state of armed struggle, but a state in which rivals, while maintaining their peacetime diplomatic relations, continued their hostility. Students, here diplomatic relations means the arrangement between different countries by which each has representatives in other country. So it means while the countries were sending their diplomats or ambassadors to other countries, at international forums they were criticizing each other's policies. Thus, the Cold War was an ideological war or a propaganda war or a diplomatic war. It was neither a condition of war nor condition of peace. Dr. Burnett called it hot peace. Kennedy, who was the 35th US President, described it as hard and bitter peace. Basically, the Cold War was the war of ideologies. Capitalism on one side and communism on the other side. Diplomatically, they were having relations with each other, but actually, the war was going on in the mind. Each side criticizing each other. And this is the reason it has been rightly remarked that Cold War was a hard or a bitter peace. Now let us discuss in detail what were the causes or the reasons behind the Cold War phenomena. The first reason of the Cold War was the ideological differences between the USA and the Soviet Union. The basic cause of conflict between the USA and the Soviet Union was due to the belief in different principles of communism and democracy. The communists believe in public ownership over means of production and support that state should be run by the proletariat. Here proletariat means workers. So the communists believe that everything should be kept under the control of the government and the worker should be the leading one in the government. The communists did not believe in individual freedom and political liberty of the people. That means, according to the communists, there should be only one political party in the country, that is the Communist Party, and state should be above to the interest of the individual. It means the individuals has to work for the development of the state. On the other hand, the supporters of democracy believe in private ownership of property and democratic rights of the people. Contrary to the communism, the capitalists believe that everything should be under the control of the individuals. Everything should be produced with the motive of earning profit. They also believed that people should have democratic rights, they should have right to choose their own government, and there should be freedom of speech and expression in the country. As communism and capitalism were quite contrary to each other, so naturally the democratic and the capitalist states were afraid of communism spreading to other countries. These democratic countries like USA, England, and France wanted that communism should be curbed in the world. And this basic difference between communism and capitalism was, in fact, the biggest reason of the Cold War. Apart from the ideological differences, Stalin's aggressive policy was yet another reason for the Cold War. Stalin was the president of USSR and he wanted that communism should spread in entire world. During the Second World War, the Allied powers, that is England, France, Russia and America, fought shoulder to shoulder against the Axis powers. Axis powers means Germany, Italy and Japan. Stalin of Russia wanted to create the Russian sphere of influence. With the fall of Germany in the Second World War, Stalin wanted to capture as many as of German territories it could, along with the territories of Poland, Finland and Romania. So basically, Stalin wanted that the eastern part of Germany should be handed over to USSR. Students, this map that you can see on your screen shows the Russian sphere of influence. It is shown with the red color. Here you can see Russia, then the countries which were under its influence, all the Eastern European countries like Estonia, Latvia, Lithuania, Belarus, Ukraine, Romania, Bulgaria, Albania, Hungary, Slovakia, Poland, Czech Republic and this eastern part of Germany. So all these countries were under the influence of Russia and they were called as the Eastern Bloc. The Western countries like America, England, France became apprehensive about Russia when Stalin, in a speech in February 1946, categorically said that communism and capitalism would never live peacefully and that future wars were inevitable until the final victory was achieved. So, in a speech given in 1946, Joseph Stalin made it clear that future wars would be inevitable. That means they would be natural because capitalism and communism were two different ideologies and they cannot live together. According to him, the Soviet Union would concentrate on building weapons rather than consumer goods. It means that Soviet Union wanted to increase its sphere of influence on the European countries. The Western powers, which were led by America, saw in Stalin's speech a plan of Soviet aggression and became convinced that Russia wanted to spread communism as much as possible. So the Western countries like England, America, and France became apprehensive due to Stalin's speech that only and only communism should exist in the world. The American government realized that communism was an international movement whose expansion meant an accession of power of strength to Soviet Union. Students, here accession means the attainment or acquisition of a position. So the Americans believed that if Soviet Union would popularize this communism, it means that Soviet Union's power or rank in the world would be enhanced, and that would be a threat to capitalism. The third reason for the Cold War was Russian apprehension of America's nuclear power. The fall of Japan due to atom bomb explosion on Hiroshima and Nagasaki greatly increased the cleavage. Here cleavage means split between America and USSR. No doubt in this case the victim was Japan because bombardment was done on the cities of Japan. But still it widened the gap between the best allies of the Second World War, that is USSR and America. America never revealed to Russia about the existence of the atom bomb it had made until before its use on Japan. Thus, it became clear to Russia that America had an atom bomb and Russia did not have. And now Russia was also eager to be a nuclear country of the world. Russia wanted that America should share the secret of her atom bomb manufacturing, as America and Russia were allies in the Second World War. But America insisted on keeping herself the secret of manufacture of the atom bomb. This was one of the important causes of the Cold War in the post-World War period. After the Second World War, there developed a distinct cooling off in relation. Russia felt that America had the technical knowledge of atom bomb, strongest navy, and air base at strategic positions. Moreover, America's position in West Germany and Japan, because Japan after the Second World War was given to USA only, so its position in West Germany and Japan had brought her closer to the Soviet frontiers. There were a number of issues because of which the Russians were afraid of America. The first reason was that America was already a nuclear developed country, whereas Russia was not knowing how to manufacture an atom bomb. Secondly, after the Second World War, America was having the strongest navy in the world. As Japan was completely given to America after the Second World War, and America was having a big part of western part of Germany, so it terrified the Soviet Union that America was trying to increase its influence in European, Asian as well as in African countries. This map depicts the 4 zones into which Germany was divided after the Second World War. This orange color shows the Russian zone. The dark green color shows us the American zone. This light green color shows us the British zone, and a smaller area was given to France called as the French zone. Here Russia was afraid that American influence could be more in the Eastern European countries, since America has got the biggest zone of Germany. So Stalin was afraid of growing popularity of capitalism in the world. The next factor which attributed to Cold War was Truman Doctrine, which was introduced on March 12, 1947. In Greece, the communists were trying to overthrow the existing monarchy. Students, monarchy means the rule of the king. The communists received help from Albania, Bulgaria, and Yugoslavia. Under this situation, it became impossible for Britain to suppress the communists and appealed to America for help. As communists in Greece were helped by Albania, Bulgaria, and Yugoslavia, so England alone could not prevent here communism to spread, so it asked help from America to help England against communism. The US President appealed to US Congress. Students, Congress is the name of legislature of America. So the US President appealed to the US legislature for a sanction of $400 million and declared it must be the policy of United States to free people who were resisting attempted subjugation by armed minorities or by outside pressure. This declaration was subsequently known as the Truman Doctrine. So in the legislature, President Truman has declared that America should help those countries who were fighting against the imperialism and who did not want to adhere the policy of communism. The Truman Doctrine was the first direct response to the challenge of the Soviet Russia. The chief aim of this doctrine was to protect the independent nations from the communist aggression. Greece and Turkey received military assistance by Truman Doctrine, and by 1949, the communists were defeated. Students, I had already discussed with you that in Greece, monarchy government was dethroned and communism was set up. This communist government was helped by Albania, Yugoslavia, and Bulgaria. So England asked America to intervene. By request of England, America was ready to intervene so that communism could be defeated here. President Truman came up with Truman Doctrine, according to which Greece was given military assistance. So Greece became a democratic country as communists were defeated here. Similarly, with the help of Truman Doctrine, Turkey also became a democratic country. The next point, which was an important cause for the Cold War, was the Marshall Aid. This plan was prepared in 1947. The Marshall Plan was an extension of the Truman Doctrine. In 1947, America sponsored a scheme, that is economic and financial help, known as European Recovery Program or ERP. It was known as Marshall Plan as it was prepared by the Marshall, the American Secretary of States. America apprehended that the economic crisis in Europe would help in the spread of communism. So in order to save the European countries being victim of communism, America provided them with military and economic help. Both the communist and the non-communist countries of Eastern Europe, including Russia, were invited to accept the plan. In fact, America also invited Russia to become a part of this plan and accept financial and military assistance from America under the Marshall Plan. But Soviet Russia rejected the offer on the ground that America, under the cover of this plan, wanted to create an economic empire, taking advantage of the economic plight of the Europe. USSR did not accept the Marshall Plan as it said that it was American way of influencing the European countries and promoting capitalism there. However, 17 countries, namely Austria, Belgium, Luxembourg, Denmark, France, Greece, Iceland, Ireland, Italy, Netherlands, West Germany, and Trieste accepted the Marshall Plan. This map shows us the countries which have got assistance due to Marshall Plan. We can see the countries with the yellow color which have got financial and military help from the Marshall Plan. These countries were Turkey, Greece, Italy, Austria, Western Germany, Bulgaria, Luxembourg, France, Portugal, United Kingdom, Sweden, and Norway. We can also see some countries with orange color. These were the countries who have initially applied for help, but later on they have withdrawn their application because later on they became part of the Russian bloc. These were Poland and Czechoslovakia. The green color shows the country which have applied for the help, but Marshall Plan has not assisted them. They were Spain and Switzerland. And lastly, we can see here the countries with purple color who later on became part of the Eastern Bloc, which was led by USSR. These countries were Romania, USSR itself, Albania, Yugoslavia, Hungary, Finland, and here the eastern part of Germany. To counteract the Truman Doctrine and the Marshall Plan, USSR came up with the Molotov Plan, which also became one of the important reasons for the Cold War. After the Second World War, the communist countries of Eastern Europe were joined in kind of unity under the leadership of the USSR. There were 9 states in the communist bloc. Apart from USSR, these were Albania, Bulgaria, Czechoslovakia, East Germany, Hungary, Poland, Romania, and Yugoslavia. All these states had to carry on trade with the USSR. The foreign policies and armed forces were controlled from Moscow. So all these countries which I have mentioned Just now, they were under the control of USSR as their international policies were determined by Russia as well as their trade interests were also decided by Russia. In response to the Marshall Plan of 1947 of America, the Russian Foreign Minister Molotov offered an alternative plan between USSR and its satellite states. Students, I have already discussed with you Albania, Bulgaria, Czechoslovakia, East Germany, Hungary, Poland, Romania and Yugoslavia were the satellite states. Now we need to understand what do you mean by the satellite states. A satellite state is a country that is formally independent in the world but under heavy political, economic and military influence or control from another country. That means all these countries like Albania, Bulgaria, Czechoslovakia, East Germany, Hungary, Poland, Romania and Yugoslavia, though they were independent, but they were controlled by Russia. Their economy, their political system, everything was controlled by Russia. The foreign minister of Russia, Molotov, came up with a plan that all these countries should be merged together in one group and which was known as the Molotov Plan. The purpose of Molotov Plan was to form an economically united Eastern Bloc led by USSR against the Marshall Plan since USSR refused to allow any of its satellite states to accept it. When Russia declined the Marshall Plan, it has also directed its satellite states not to be a part of it. Therefore, the foreign minister of Russia, Molotov, wanted that all the countries which were the satellites of USSR, they should be clubbed together so that they can get financial help from USSR. So this plan was called as the Molotov Plan. The presence of Marshall Plan on the capitalist side and Molotov Plan on the communist side aggravated the problem of Cold War. The next factor which led to rise of Cold War was the Council for Mutual Economic Assistance or COMCON. The COMCON was formed by USSR in 1949. The aim was to help the economic condition of the individual states. All industries were nationalized, that means they were kept under the government control, and the agriculture was collectivized. Collectivized means that the land belonged to the full community and nobody was the master of the individual property. In this period, the USSR tried to use this body to organize the communist bloc into a single integrated economy. This attempt provoked hostile reactions in many of the satellite states. Ultimately, this plan was changed by the USSR government as satellite states started reacting against this because they did not like that their economy should be controlled by the USSR. So starting off, the COMCON was another signal to the America and the other Western countries that USSR was not ready to accept capitalism at any cost. The next factor which led to the problem of the Cold War in the world history was the Communist Information Bureau or Cominform, which was set up by USSR. This body was set up by the USSR at the time of introduction of the Molotov Plan. All the communist states had to become its members. The aim of this body was no doubt political, to make sure that all governments should follow the same line as the government of the USSR. The USSR government wanted to control all the Eastern European states in different ways. So by the introduction of Cominform, USSR wanted to increase its influence on the Eastern European countries. It wanted that all the Eastern European countries should adhere to the ideology of communism and should follow the same practice which is being followed in Russia. With the help of this organization, elections were controlled, non-communist members of coalition government were expelled, many were arrested and executed, that means they were put to death, and all other political parties were dissolved. So Cominform was a way to end all the non-communist factors from East European countries. Even Stalin treated the Russian zone of Germany, that means the east part of Germany, as if it were a Russian territory. That means communism was applied on the east part of Germany as well. The Western Bloc, which was led by America, was profoundly irritated by the Russian attitude towards the Eastern European countries. And this was the reason that Cold War started between USA and USSR. Students, we have discussed these topics in this module. We have discussed the causes of the Cold War. First, we started with the Truman Doctrine, which was passed on March 12, 1947, according to which American president provided that $400 million help would be provided to those countries of Europe who would join the American bloc. Further, it was extended by the Marshall Aid, by which the European countries were given the military as well as the financial help if they would join the capitalist bloc and speak against the communism. To counteract the Truman Doctrine and the Marshall Aid, USSR came up with the Molotov Plan, according to which all the satellite states of USSR were merged together under one economic unit called as the Molotov Plan. Further, Russia has come up with the Council for Mutual Economic Assistance, or COMCON, and the Communist Information Bureau, or the Cominform. Both these organizations were a way to spread the sphere of influence of communism so that Russia could control over its satellite states. These are the questions we have discussed in this module. The first question is, what were the ideological differences between USA and USSR? The next one is, what was the crisis in Europe which caused Truman to formulate the policy which bears his name? The next one is, state any two aims of the Marshall Plan for US economic aid to Europe. Question number 4, why did Russia reject the Marshall Aid? Next question, what is meant by the word satellite state? And last question is, why did Russia start COMCON program? You can use this YouTube link to enhance your knowledge. I hope this topic is clear to you. We'll meet you in the next session. Till then, have a nice day.